In the middle of the night, inside a quiet bus, two men with suspicious movements is seen securing a seat at the back after previously blurring the front CCTV. His eyes remain alert, scanning his surroundings as if ensuring that no one notices his presence. Moments later, with confidence, he stands among the rows of sleeping passengers. One hand reaches toward the camera, as if making sure that no prying eyes can capture what is about to happen next. Without wasting any time, he moves swiftly. The CCTV camera, which had been recording every detail, gradually becomes blurred. Something, perhaps a hand, a cloth, or another object, has covered it, rendering it useless. Within seconds, their traces disappear. With the camera no longer functioning, they now have full control over the situation. What happened next? No one knows for sure. One thing is certain, they successfully erased the visual evidence. On the way to the toll gate, the vehicle with the dashcam initially prepared to enter the booth by increasing speed, but a black car suddenly cut into the lane, forcing the driver to stay alert. With traffic becoming more congested, the black car finally entered the lane. With the vehicle ahead nearly reaching the payment point, the driver had to remain cautious of sudden movements from other vehicles in this crowded situation. In such high-traffic areas, it's crucial to stay patient, maintain a safe distance, and anticipate sudden lane changes from other drivers to ensure a smooth and safe journey. A dangerous incident occurred at a railway crossing when a dump truck recklessly forced its way through a closed barrier. Initially, the truck approached the crossing without any signs of stopping, even though the barrier was already lowered as a warning of an approaching train. However, instead of halting, the truck continued moving forward until it was stopped right in front of the barrier blocking its path. Seeing the situation unfold, a railway officer in an orange uniform quickly took action. He rushed toward the truck and attempted to lift the barrier manually so the vehicle could pass. The truck driver appeared to be communicating with the officer or asking for assistance. Eventually, the officer managed to raise the barrier, allowing the truck to continue its journey despite the serious traffic violation. This incident highlights the dangers of ignoring railway safety regulations. A woman stopped her motorcycle on the side of the road while checking her phone, unaware that the kickstand wasn't properly secured. Within seconds, the motorcycle fell onto the road, seemingly colliding with the truck. The woman immediately turned around, visibly shocked to see her bike lying on the ground. In a cafe's CCTV footage, a long-haired woman in white is seen forcefully tossing trash into a bin. However, instead of landing inside, the trash bounces out and spills, fueling her frustration. In her anger, she lashes out in a way that could harm others, creating a tense atmosphere in the cafe. On a narrow street with a railway running alongside it, a red car is parked dangerously close to the tracks. The locals, realizing the impending danger, attempt to warn the car owner, shouting and running to get the vehicle moved. And within seconds, an inevitable collision occurs. The car is dragged and destroyed instantly under the power of the speeding metal beast. The onlookers who had tried to help now stand frozen, staring in disbelief as the sound of the crash echoes between the surrounding buildings. Moments later, the car owner sits defeated by the side of the road, struck by the reality of what just transpired. His face is filled with regret, while several people try to comfort him. His eyes blankly gaze at his vehicle, now barely recognizable, its front end completely crushed, the hood severely dented, and fragments of the car scattered across the street. A small mistake had led to a devastating consequence, serving as a bitter reminder of the importance of awareness and caution, especially around railway tracks. A carry car suddenly got stuck on a railway crossing, prompting its passengers to quickly evaluate for safety. Seeing the situation from a distance, the train driver immediately began braking to avoid a collision. Nearby residents rushed to the scene, ready to assist if needed. Fortunately, the train managed to stop just in time before hitting the car. Once the situation was under control, the car's owner quickly got back in and moved the vehicle off the tracks. This incident serves as a crucial reminder of the importance of vigilance at railway crossings. Just a moment of negligence can lead to disaster. The heavy rain pouring down on this hilly region has triggered a devastating flash flood, sweeping through settlements with powerful currents mixed with mud and debris. The sudden surge of water has eroded roads, destroyed infrastructure, and threatened residents' homes. At first, the water began to flood low-lying areas, but in no time, it turned into a raging torrent carrying soil, rocks, and various materials. Roads that were once safe are now torn apart, swept away by the unstoppable force of the flood. Power lines are still standing, but in these conditions, the risk of short circuits or fallen poles looms at any moment. The sky remains overcast, signaling that the rain may not stop anytime soon, further increasing the threat of this disaster that has already paralyzed the area. A house slowly begins to show signs of danger. The structure starts to tilt, with the lower part sinking as if the ground beneath it can no longer support its weight. Before long, the building loses its balance and collapses within seconds, sending up a thick cloud of dust that blankets the surroundings. As the dust settles, all that remains is the shattered framework, a stark reminder of how fragile a construction can be when the ground beneath it becomes unstable. The land shift, triggered by heavy rainfall, serves as a warning of the importance of solid building planning. A group of women was engrossed in creating content at a small eatery, unaware that a suspicious man was watching from outside. He hesitated multiple times, seemingly reconsidering his decision to steal a parked motorcycle. A group of women is focused on studying content for their upcoming creation, while one of them is enthusiastically demonstrating a dance. However, seeing that the situation remained safe, he finally carried out his plan. The group of women is hesitant, sensing that something feels off, but they haven't taken any action yet. Just as he successfully took the motorcycle, one of the women noticed something was wrong and reacted. They all rushed outside to chase after him, but it was too late. The thief had already sped away, leaving them in shock and panic. This incident is a reminder to always stay aware of your surroundings, even during casual gatherings.